So today's practice is going to be in the usual format. We will start with a breathing practice that is designed to be very grounding for us, and that means bring us very much into the present and very much out of the head, and really relaxing as well. And then we're going to go into a nature visualization. So the practice theme is grounding. So there is a bit of a psych term for grounding, which means literally the key benefit of meditation, one of the many and main discussed benefits of meditation, which is letting go of the past and not forecasting about the future, and being very anchored and present and grounded in the present moment. But for me, it is also, and probably more significantly for me, about kind of grounding in to our environment and if you like, to the earth. Because for me, I think it's a really nice visual to remember that the earth underneath our feet asks nothing of us, always supports us, and always has our back. And most of us, when we're in our head, it's really beneficial for us to do grounding practices and reconnect with the wider world in order to feel a bit more comfortable and safe. Our evolution, the majority of it has been in nature, and it's only the past really few hundred years or so that we've become particularly urbanized. So we are more comfortable in nature, and our bodies are more comfortable and calm in a natural environment. So I think it's a really good motif to use in meditation, this idea of a nature visualization, because our bodies feel safe there and it lets the mind relax a bit more. And it also takes us completely away from our everyday lives. So visualization can actually be really powerful. You might have heard the stories about athletes being told to visualize their routine, and that has actually been shown to improve their performance. So they're literally visualizing not just success, but rehearsing their routine mentally. There's even been some research to show that if you imagine doing a certain kind of exercise, the corresponding muscles in your body will react whether you're moving them or not. So it is really powerful to do this kind of stuff, to do this visualization. But for me, the main benefits of visualization is the fact that it gives the mind something to do. And if, like me, you have a really busy mind, it's just that extra layer to go, we're not thinking about that now, we're going to think of this. You're all going to have an utterly different experience of today's session, even though you're all hearing the same words. So you get to control what you visualize. What we're going to do is start with our breathing session first. So that will get us in the right zone so that we can detach a bit and really allow a bit of creative playtime with the mind. So wherever you'd like to practice today is perfectly fine. And once you have got into your comfortable position for today, sitting or lying down, let's just allow ourselves to arrive here and tell ourselves mentally now that we're ready for our practice. So place the hands now on the belly, so anywhere at all, no right or wrong. It doesn't matter if they are one on top of the other or side by side, and it doesn't matter where on the belly they are. You cannot do this practice wrong. You can't take a breath, a thought, or a position that's wrong today. So be happy with where you are, whatever you've chosen to do in terms of setting yourself up for your practice. And when you've listened to the instruction and you're clear on what we're doing, what I'd like you to do is take a nice deep breath into the hands at the belly. And you will feel the chest and maybe the collarbones rise. And then when you're ready, you're going to breathe out through the mouth all in one go. And if you feel comfortable to, with a deep sigh, So when you're ready, breathing in through the nose to the hands at the belly, then the chest, then the collarbones, and when the lungs are full to your capacity, you are going to sigh that out. And take 2 more of those at your own pace and rhythm. Just let one just happen, one after the other. And notice where in your body you feel the response to that sigh, to that last deep breath out. And now just allow the breath to return in its own pace and rhythm. Notice if, even if not quite there yet, it's inching slowly towards the place where your hands rest now on the belly. And start trying to shape it now. So that with every deep breath, you feel the hands at the belly rise. And as you take a deep breath out, everything just falls back to center. Breathe in, the hands rise, the belly is round and full. And as you breathe out, everything just softens back to center. So start to adopt your own pace and rhythm now. There's no right or wrong way to do this, and there's no particular count. Just taking longer and slower, deeper breaths than usual. Into the hands at the belly, not overdoing it. There's no rush, no race. And just establishing your own pace and rhythm. It may take a few rounds before this area really opens up for you. And just take a few more rounds of the belly breath now, breathing in to the hands at the belly. And as you breathe out, just feeling everything soften back to center. Good. And now drop the conscious moulding of the breath, but just notice how you feel now. And notice where the breath is moving. Are the hands still moving, or is there a gentler, softer feeling? Just notice that now. Good. And now what we're going to do, now we've arrived into our practice and allowed the body to relax, is go into the second part of our visualization. So remember, you are completely in control here. So let's get ourselves into the right space now. So you can keep the hands where they are at the belly if you wish through this practice. Just adds a nice layer of comfort and self-connection, but you don't have to. We don't particularly need them here for the next part of the session. So you can just allow them to fall gently by the sides. And what I'd like you to do is get a sense of the cooler air now on your face and forehead. So we've just been tuning in to the belly, to its movement, to the breath moving there. So use that same awareness, attention and focus now, just to probe what's going on with the face. So notice any frowns, and maybe you can soften the skin between the eyebrows. And notice the temperature here, the cooler temperature of the air on the exposed skin of the face. You might even feel a perceptible pressure of the air on the face. And bringing the attention to the point between the eyebrows now at the forehead. I'd like you to imagine that there is a miniature ball of light here. So maybe even a very small sun or a very small moon. So maybe silver or gold, depending on which works for you. And you just imagine that here. In your own way, no right or wrong. And as you breathe out, that little ball of light, that miniature sun or moon, moves away from the forehead. And as you breathe in, it draws back towards the forehead. Moving like a bouncing ball on the wave of the breath. Moving away as you breathe out and getting closer to the forehead as you breathe in. Moving on the wave of your breath. Good. And now, with your next in-breath, allow that symbol, that motif that you have visualized, the miniature sun or moon, just moving past and beyond, to rest in a deep central spot between the eye sockets now. With your next in-breath, that is drawn internally in a central spot deep within the center of your brain. And just rest here for a moment in that neutral, balanced spot. And then let's move our awareness beyond that now. And imagine that we slip past that light, that miniature sun or moon, and further beyond, until you see that as a sun or moon in a sky above you. And you are looking up at it from the ground below. And what is this sky like? Is it nighttime or daytime? And what else is in the sky? Any birds, stars, clouds, colours? And your awareness adjusts now and allows you to notice the horizon below the sky. And what's there? Are you at a hilltop looking at the scene below? Maybe you can see mountains in the distance, or a cityscape, or a wide open plain. Maybe you can see pyramids or ancient temples. And what's around you now? What is the scenery like? Is it trees, mountains, desert, stream, a sandy shore at the ocean, a plain or a meadow? Is it a place that you know well or imagined? Can you see buildings? And what time of year is it? And now, who is with you? You might be alone, but you might also see someone or many people or animals with you. And are they nearby or far away? And maybe they will stay, or maybe they will leave, or maybe other people, animals, a person, or a being may enter your scene today at any time. And then you notice the ground below you. What's it like? Is it soft moss, grass, soil, sand, maybe a stone or earth path? And perhaps you are even in a safe underground space like a cave. Do you notice any sights or smells? Can you hear anything? And allow yourself to just be here and just breathe here in this space with the earth that you rest on now, feeling your body in this beautiful place. And just breathing here and feeling this place support you. And now you may wish to explore and enjoy this place in a way that feels natural to you. Exploring this in any way you choose. Who or what crosses your path as you explore? And I wonder what you will encounter next in this beautiful place. And perhaps your scene has changed. Perhaps it is now a different time of day. Or the immediate scenery and horizon is different. And just like in your usual life, your mind may wander as you visualize yourself in this scene. So just refocus it to your special place, allowing yourself to be here. And now, come to a stop if you are journeying through your scene, if you wish to. And perhaps you are now standing or sitting in this place, and you feel into your feet or sitting bones here. Or you may see yourself lying down and feel into your back resting on the ground of this place. And use your visualization and awareness now to probe into that space below your back or your feet. Perhaps you'll go a foot or so below you, perhaps further. But getting a sense of that first layer of the ground beneath you, and then a deeper layer. Where the roots of the plants are in the earth. And then feel into that space, a few feet below you or as far as you wish to. Maybe feeling how your own sense of self goes beyond the body and deeply connects you here to this place. As if the edges of you blur into the expansive earth and you're part of it. And in the same way, you notice the space around you, above you, and how that same sense of self also expands into the clean air around you. And now allow that area, that expanded area around you now, to be filled up with the breath. Breathing in that clean air from this scene now, and with every out breath, it just expands into the space around you. Breathing in to that expanded sense of self, and breathing out into that expansion too. Filling that space around you. Accepted and integrated into this place. And I'm just going to allow you to enjoy that, breathing here in your special place for a few moments now. Just bring the mind gently back if it's roamed elsewhere. Just you in your place, breathing. This space becoming part of you with every breath. And now let's just gently leave that experience however it was for us today. Just noticing again the feel of the ground beneath your back or your sitting bones or your feet, as you gently allow yourself to slip through the layers of your awareness back beyond the scene that you imagined today to the point between the eyebrows, and then once again back to the awareness of the temperature on the face, the cool air on the forehead and cheeks and chin. And just gently feel into the points of connection between you and whatever you sit or lie on. And start to take some very gentle movements of the body to allow it to wake back up a bit. Whatever feels intuitive and nice for you. And if you did decide to lie down today, just roll over to one side and then push yourself up to sitting before sitting up, and gently blink the eyes open.